One of the questions here, Mark, from Stiles Law, Route 139 Marshfield, has to do with someone going through their mother's estate plan. My mother passed away. We're looking at her estate plan, and we're a bit confused. Do we have to work with the attorney who drafted the plan? Okay, what can you tell us about that? Do you know what they're getting at?
I do. It's a great question. We get it a lot, actually, because sometimes after people pass, the documents aren't as organized as one would want, more often than not, actually. So the question is, what do we do? What's our first step? So more often than not, if that person who has departed had a financial advisor, that's a great first phone call, because the financial advisor typically is the quarterback and understands where everything is and how it's titled. But if you're looking at the estate plan and you're not sure, you don't need to work with the person who actually drafted it. And I say that because that relationship may not really exist. It may have been a plan that was done 10 or 15 years ago, and your parent never spoke with the person or had challenges communicating with that person. There's no mandate that you have to work with the person who actually created it. So if you know somebody who works in that space that you're more comfortable with, that person can step right in and help execute on the plan, right? So that people used to be referred to as the executor and the executrix, if you remember those terms. They're called personal representatives now, but the term was used to execute the wishes of the person, right?
Yeah.
Let's execute through those, but they've softened the language, which again, a lot of places language needs to be softened, but in that case, it's a personal representative. So the personal representative is the point person for the estate, and they, as I mentioned, would benefit by calling the financial advisor. But if that person is not available, then reaching out to their network and finding out who are strong probate and estate planning law firms. Obviously, you can call the person who did, and if you have a relationship with that person, that is the appropriate person to be calling. But if you didn't, or you know that your parent didn't have a strong relationship with that person, then you could call anyone. Obviously, again, you want to call somebody who has a knowledge base in that field, because it is specific. Not all lawyers are the same. Some work with estate planning and proactive planning and then probate representation, and some work in the criminal space or car accidents or what have you. So you wouldn't want to call that person. But again, what I like to tell folks is call us first. We do a lot of different things within the law field, but more importantly, we know the best of the best. So if it's not something we handle, then we can introduce you to the right person and save you a lot of time and aggravation and anxiety, quite frankly, because people feel there's timelines and such with certain things, and it's important to help alleviate those stressors by placing people with the right professional in a timely manner. And we can help do that if you reach out.
Stiles Law is located on Route 139 in Marshfield. Stiles-law.com is the website. And, of course, make the phone call, Mark.
Calling is always helpful. 781-319-1900. Again, 781-319-1900. Our concierge understands the practices and can help spot and identify issues and place you with the right person. But if you are looking to check that box with your estate planning, we have an easy button, and it's estates@stiles-law.com. It's an email, so estates, ESTATES, @stiles-law.com, and you can be introduced. If you don't want to make that phone call, you could be introduced and set up an appointment. No fee, no commitment consultation, and if it makes sense, then they'll schedule you for a signing. And you can check that box as well. But don't forget to get rid of some of those documents that are lingering around at Shred Show tomorrow, 11 to 2.
Shred Show tomorrow, 11 to 2. Stiles Law, Route 139 in Marshfield. Feel Good Friday. We do it every week at this time. And Mark, have a wonderful weekend.
You as well, Rob. See y'all soon.